Hey everyone, I'm back. It's been a while since my last video, but I'm back because a lot has happened. Pam and Ahung are probably not going to work together anytime soon, and Devika has become a major hate target. We also have updates on Nawa, Charlotte, Engfa, stock manipulation allegations, and Freen. What's going on with these companies? Why are so many actresses leaving? Almost 8 actors have ended their contracts with their management in just 1 week. I'm going to talk about MGI, Idol Factory change, and more. Plus, some fun little things happened too, including Lingling and Bonnie. Everything is timestamped, so let's get into it. First, I want to start with Ahung and Pam, the queendom couple. Right now, their future as a pair feels very uncertain. It all started when fans noticed some tension between the two at a recent event. You can find edits like this everywhere, so of course, couple fans are worried. There appears to be noticeable tension or awkwardness between Ahung and Pam. At their most recent joint event, fans noticed Ahung seemed distant. People are talking about minimal interaction, barely touching or engaging with Pam, and some even say they looked unhappy. This sparked a lot of concern and speculation because it felt off compared to their usual close and supportive dynamic. Couple fans also pointed out how Pam often used to hold Ahung's hand to help her with shyness on camera, and little things like that extra closeness were missing this time. From here, some fan discussions mentioned that Ahung might be moving more toward her solo projects, meaning she could be stepping away from paired work with Pam. There are also rumors of behind-the-scenes issues involving their agencies. Pam and Ahung are from different agencies, which already requires a lot more effort to bring them together for paired work and joint events. And now, their events were suddenly canceled out of nowhere. Devika vaguely addressed some of this during her TikTok live sessions, hinting that something happened, which is what's leading to the blurry future of the pairing. Of course, we don't know what happened behind the scenes that led to the canceled fan meet in China, and she couldn't say much more. But now, Devika herself has become a target of hate from frustrated couple fans. First, listen to what Devika had to say about all of this.
I will say this. We have the best, I say VTV is the best partner. Like, they're accepting Huang, they do Queendom, right? And then after Queendom finish, Devika really want to know my girl's plan, like what is the next step. So myself keeps asking the meetings and anything, and I, like, last year, the end of the last year, I do a lot of, like, I went to several meeting with them to ask about the plan because I have to know. So like 2 or 3 months ago, I already have meetings each, like, with them. And I already asked about the plan, the future for Ahuang. As you guys know, because we are actually, they have to have like 3 meetings, right, in fan sign in China, and they just did one, and suddenly the 2 ones got canceled, and I was feel very like confused and sad for them, for Ahuang. So I was right away go to the office and I asked what happened, and yeah, so I know what's happened, but my baby has 2 hats to continue what she's wanted to do. Like, I'm the one who has to push her to pursue the dreams because I promised her moms already, and I promised her that I gonna do my best to give her, like, to bring her the best opportunity and continue working. So yeah, I'm talking with them. So there's now Ahuang has a solo project, which I'm so proud of her, and let's see what is happening next, because unfortunately something's happened. And yeah, the girls, like, Ahuang is a very nice kid, you guys. Ahuang is super nice. Ahuang is just go with the flow. Like, she's accepting everything that happened to her, and she's had the best mindset. Like, she's so grateful. And yeah, let's see what is coming for Ahuang. Let's celebrate her because she fight for her career. She fight for to become an, she loved acting. She even do a director in her university, right? So yeah, just give her like a round of applause, and yeah, just cheer for her, because I know everything, and I know I try to plan everything for her, because I want her to keep going. I don't want she just step at the same like, I think she should have so many opportunity. Yeah.
So now we know that something happened that led to the cancellation of couple work and fan meets. We don't know what exactly happened or who is at fault, right? But Devika is being targeted in all of this because some fans think she is overly protective of Ahung and are blaming her for unfairly sabotaging the potential pamarhung future and their projects. I know many fans don't like Devika, and she has become an easy target of hate every time something happens. Fans have already disliked her since the stalker video she shared. But in this situation, I don't think it's fair to blame everything on just Devika when we don't even know what actually happened. There are 3 companies involved here. WeTV, the streaming platform that did Queendom, Headliners, which Pam is signed under, and then we have Devika and Mind Media. From everything I know, Devika has always talked about and wished for the pairing to continue working together. She has mentioned pushing for future projects and having meetings about it. But we also have to understand that Ahung is under Devika's management, and she should be Devika's priority. It sucks that we aren't getting future projects for the pairing, but that doesn't mean Ahung should just sit around waiting for couple work. If she's being offered solo projects or opportunities, I don't see a problem with that. Of course, Ahung has to move forward with solo work if the companies involved aren't moving ahead with couple projects. I don't see how Devika is sabotaging the pairing just by giving Ahung solo work. If WeTV and Headliners can't properly manage a couple's career, that's not Devika's fault. And as she said, something happened. Something big enough that it led to the cancellation of 2 fan meets in China. She even said she rushed to the office to find out why the fan meets were canceled, and that's when she found out what was going on. So can we please not blame Devika for all of this? We all know how shitty companies can be in the Thai entertainment industry, and in this case, there are 3 companies involved. Anyone could be at fault. Well, that's everything happening with Pam, Ahung, and Devika. Speaking of shitty companies, most of them are literally experiencing a downfall right now, and I'm not kidding. Since my last video, which was just a week ago, so many artists have announced their departure from their companies, and brands are also pulling out their sponsorships from these companies. Streets are saying Adapa pulled back. It's a Thai clothing brand that has worked with many Thai actors and actresses, including Becky recently. Charlotte was their presenter for the brand, but as of now, it's a fact that khaopoadd has been limiting her opportunities and work. After that, the brand pulled out. You did not see any official statement regarding this. But it's a widespread discussion that apparently Adapa is no longer investing in MGI. Tweets like, maybe now he'll realize that brands don't care about his pageant any more than fans do, and good luck finding another sponsor willing to drop $30 million at once. Rumors are that many brands are leaving MGI, including those that previously invested in Charlotte, and Adapa is one of them. They also reportedly no longer want a substitute for Charlotte. There is also an ongoing discourse around MGI's finances. Fans have noticed what appears to be low cash reserves compared to reported profits. Critics highlight that MGI's cash on hand is around 1.21 million Thai baht, which is extremely low for operations, while the company reportedly owes nearly 150 million Thai baht to khaopoadd personally. This is described as a related party loan with low interest, around 2.5%. Official filings such as SEC and ASET reports confirm this debt. However, khaopoadd reportedly denied or downplayed it in recent live streams, calling it misleading or saying it wasn't a real burden. This sparked accusations that he was disseminating false or misleading information, potentially violating Thai SEC rules, including Section 240, which addresses misleading statements. According to khaopoadd, there is no debt at all. There are also further accusations regarding stock price volatility and alleged market manipulation. Fans are saying khaopoadd is hyping his companies on live streams and encouraging people to invest before a potential crash, making it look like a pump and dump situation. Now, how much of this is true and how much isn't, I honestly don't know, and I don't want to get into it too deeply for legal reasons. But there is another thing that happened with the company. Some MGI artists ended their contracts last week. In fact, many artists from other companies also ended their contracts, including Idol Factory, which I'll talk about next. But focusing on MGI for now, some talents and artists officially announced the end of their contracts with the company. I'm honestly happy for them. With everything happening with Charlotte right now and the way Nawat treats her, seeing artists leave his management and leadership makes me glad they're choosing to move on. Some of these artists were part of GL pairings, and if you watched Unlimited Love, you might recognize them. Personally, I stopped watching that show after a few episodes. But yeah, Unlimited Love was basically treated as a debut series for these couples. First, Pacha officially announced the end of her contract. She expressed gratitude for the opportunities she received, but confirmed that she is now handling her work independently across all her social platforms. She was part of the Nak-Pat pairing in GL. Mint also announced that her contract has ended. She was paired with Malin in Unlimited Love. Fans also noticed that Malin removed MGI contact information from her Instagram bio, which many see as a hint that she may also be leaving soon, possibly alongside her on-screen partner. Others mentioned in fan discussions that khaopoadd has also reportedly removed MGI references from her profile and may be leaving soon as well. She later went live to talk about this and shared her reasons for leaving.
So I know that many people has been waiting for me to give the answer. I saw so many comment on social media asking about this. I have already end the contract with MGI, and I just want to say that my reason is not whatever people think, but it's just that I think it's time for me to start working on something that I'm graduated from medical school, so I think it's time to start doing this. I think it's time to do this career for real. And I think so many of you guys already see my vlog about start working in a hospital or something like that. So for me there is no any other reason for leaving. For the time past, I've been with MGI for 1.5 years, around that. For the past time, I've got many good opportunities to work as a singer, actress, and also I've also get to go to the international competition. For me, this is something that I've never expected to have it on my own. I'm just an ordinary girl. For what I've got, I really appreciate.
Moving on, we have Engfa's response to the situation involving Charlotte and Nawat. When she was asked about it by the media, she said, "At the end of the day, I pray that everything will end well. No matter whether she decides to continue or not, I hope things end peacefully. I still want to work with her again in the future. And as for Boss, I believe time will reveal what needs to change or be adjusted." Engfa also recently announced that she is moving forward even more with her solo work. At first, she was planning to focus on her music career. Then, when she was offered 2 projects, she accepted them, and both of her upcoming projects are going to be period pieces. One is a film, and the other is a series that was recently announced. At the same event, it was also announced that Freen will be starring in a romantic comedy. I know this is old news now, and I did make a post about it earlier. Freen's next romantic comedy series, Witch of Siam, was officially announced, where she'll be paired alongside Nine. This is going to be a big joint project. However, some portions of the fanbase had an overwhelmingly negative reaction, with comments like, "Freen can't act in straight romance." A lot of that reaction also seems to stem from the lack of couple work, because aside from Cranium, which we don't even know if it's ever going to happen, there's no other announced work except for the Air series. Now moving on to Idol Factory. 4 more artists ended their contracts with the company and announced their departures online. Idol Factory also confirmed their contract cancellations. First are Billy and Babe, the Idol Factory BL pairing. In fact, one of the most popular pairings Idol Factory has ever had. Now they're also gone. Along with them, Heng and Nam also left the company. You know them, you have seen them frequently in GL projects. We already know that Idol Factory is basically bankrupt and there's nothing left there for these artists. I watched a TikTok video from one GL content creator. If I find it again, I'll add it here. But basically, she was talking about how many companies are exceeding their limits and their capacity when it comes to handling GL pairings. They're rushing to announce more and more projects and more pairings trying to dominate the market. And this isn't just a theory. You can actually find articles talking about how Thailand wants to become the next South Korea in terms of cultural influence. Just like the Hallyu or Korean wave, Thailand is aiming to create its own T-wave. And honestly, they're succeeding. Media plays a huge role in this kind of cultural exchange, and we all saw how successful last year was for the GL industry. Because of that success, many companies rushed to announce multiple new pairings. We have GMMTV with around 8 or 9 official GL pairs. Idol Factory, before their downfall, had that reality show In the 8, where they wanted to debut 8 official pairings. But who would have thought Idol Factory would face such a massive downfall? Then we have MGI, which announced multiple pairings in a rather underwhelming project like Unlimited Love, while their leader is actively sabotaging the only successful pairing they have, englot. So, in reality, behind the scenes, the future of many GL pairings is very uncertain, just like Pam and Ahung. Many of these companies simply can't successfully support all the pairings they announce or work with, and that's the harsh reality. That said, I actually have high expectations for Change 2561. They already shared their 2026 lineup, which includes 3 new BL and GL series. We already know about LMSY's new series, their first rom-com, and we also have Chasing Love. If you know, you know. Both of these projects have received overwhelmingly positive reactions from fans. Chasing Love especially surprised me. With Chasing Love, I Wanna Be a Superstar, and Hometown Romance, Change now has up to 5 official GL pairings. And honestly, that's a manageable number, unlike many other companies. Well, let's move on, because I've been talking about this for a while now. And then there's the ever-growing frustration around Girls' Rule and GMMTV not addressing any of the fans' concerns. Actually, Pinan asked fans to keep a close eye on GMMTV's socials last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He said, Friday, we'll probably see something. Saturday, we'll probably get to watch something. That's what he told fans. But we got nothing last week. Instead, fans found out that Girls' Rule still hasn't finished filming. I even read tweets saying that the director of the series is working on another project right now. I don't know how true that is, but either way, it's definitely frustrating, and GMMTV is really pushing fans to their limits. On a more positive note, we did get to see Bonnie's birthday celebration. Emmy surprised Bonnie with a guitar, something Bonnie had been wanting for a while.
Birthday, happy birthday
พัดลมใส่เข้ามาหรือเปล่า
ช่วยกันร้องอีกทีแล้ว Happy birthday to you Happy birthday to you Happy
อุ้ย
birthday Happy birthday
น่ากินนะ
ท่อนสุดท้ายมา1 2 3 Happy birthday to you
ใส่พัดลมมาปะเนี่ย
เย้โอ้ย ขอเสียงประมือให้กับคุณหมอด้วยค่ะน่ารักจังเลย
And we also had a super viral ad featuring Lingling. She's now the APAC Asia Pacific face of Calvin Klein for their Spring 2026 underwear campaign. And that's all for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully soon. I'm really trying my best to get back on track with making these videos again. I lost my consistency because I was a bit busy, and I also took a small break from GL space, but I'm back now. Thanks for watching.